Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to Summertime Tarot. All right, for those of y'all who don't know, my name is Summer. Oh yeah, so you guys, we almost are at 500 subscribers. Woots woots. Yes, okay. So I was thinking about doing like some kind of giveaway or something for when we reach 500 subscribers, right? So be on the lookout for a video that kind of talks about what we're going to do when we hit that 500, right? So, you know, share the video, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, okay, so that we can get up to 500 and we can figure out what kind of giveaway we're going to do, okay? And this bigger card is dedicated to what's blocking you, okay? So to start off, right, if you're feeling a little sensitive, if you don't feel like being called out, this may not be the video for you, because I feel like here this pick a card is going to kind of get to the nitty gritty of kind of what's blocking you in your life, right? We're not going to be focusing on what's kind of like external. It's mainly, you know, the intent is to focus on the internal things, right? Calling out our own BS, you know, what's blocking us, what's stopping us from having the growth and abundance that we want in our life, and what can we do about it, okay? So we have 4 piles here, but you know, take a moment to sit with the piles, well, the decks, to figure out, you know, which deck is calling to you the most. This is deck 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. If you need to, pause the video so that you can, you know, take your time and choose. But we're going to go ahead and start with pile 1. All right. So let's see. What's blocking those who pick pile 1 at this time? Okay, so let's see here. Bottom of the deck here we have the Emperor. Can't see that. Okay. Okay, so it looks like here, right, you may be lacking faith, right? Be it in yourself, be it in other people, be it in the possibility of good things, right? I feel like here you may be focusing your attention on like the things that aren't working in your life, giving that a lot of attention, giving that a lot of your time, your energy, and that's making it hard for you to kind of see the brighter side of things, making it hard for you to see the possibilities, the good in your life, right? I feel like here with the Emperor driving the energy here, right? This is, I feel for some of you, it may be connected very much with your own kind of idea of yourself. You may have like a, right? You just may be lacking confidence within yourself. You may have like very much like a low self-worth. There may be some issues of self-esteem here. And I feel like it may stem from like relationships. For some of you, it may be your relationship with your family members, maybe a father figure here, or even just someone like paternal energy, or just masculine energies in your life. You may have had like a rough relationships with those who were kind of masculine, which kind of I feel may have kind of stamped out or kind of lessened your own kind of confidence within yourself. So you may have a hard time kind of seeing the good, or even seeing the good in other people. But also, right, it's kind of a reflection of yourself. So if you kind of have a hard time seeing the good in other people, you very likely have a hard time seeing the good within yourself. So you may kind of focus on, you know, what's wrong with you, or even what's wrong with other people. You may have a hard time kind of opening up, expressing yourself, being, you know, your authentic self without fear or shame of being kind of judged or looked down upon. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of blocking you from having all of the good things that you want here, right? With the sun and the 10 of cups here, I feel like you do have like this dream, this desire for love and connection with other people, and to be authentic, to be yourself, to, you know, go out and embark on like wonderful journeys. But I feel like you may have a hard time here with this 3 of Swords, kind of letting go of past hurts or past pains. Right, there may be one particular relationship that kind of left you a bit scarred, or a bit quote unquote broken, to the point where you kind of have a hard time kind of connecting and opening up with people. You may be like kind of suspicious of them, or really kind of question their motives, right? And I feel like it's a need here for you to kind of get back in touch with your own kind of trust within yourself, and within, I feel like, the divine, your connection to the divine, your connection to all of the good things in the world, in life, so that you can see beyond the kind of the pain that you've experienced. Okay, but let's get some spirit messages. Right, so I am trying to keep these a little bit quick, but hopefully this is making sense. All right, let me know if it resonates down in the comments. Let's see what spirit message wants to come out for you. Pile 1. Excuse me. You may be kind of like very closed off as well from other people or from new experiences. So we have find your center. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. Pile 1. And then we're going to also get some dog wisdom to go along with this. Okay. So we have find your center. So I'll read it. It says, your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? Okay, then we have synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs and synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. Okay, and then we have ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors, and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. And then we have let go. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. Okay, yeah, I feel like here with the ancestral wisdom here, I feel like your ancestors are showing up here and kind of saying like it's kind of time for you to kind of let go of I feel like these kind of past hurts, but also I feel like some of you watching this may have had maybe like some relationships in the past that weren't the best, and even may have found yourself kind of repeating those cycles, maybe even repeating cycles based on like your experiences in childhood with your parents, maybe what you saw, even though you may not have done exactly what your parents did. You may be kind of repeating cycles. Hopefully this is making sense. And it's kind of like your ancestors are kind of saying, it's kind of time to let go of those past hurts, to be aware of them and to kind of see how they're playing out in your other relationships and in other areas of your life, right? And once you do, you'll be able to kind of let them go, and so that they're no longer kind of blocking you and kind of holding you back, right? But it's going to take here with the Find Your Center, you kind of going within, spending some time kind of connecting with yourself and being aware of, what's going on inside of you, right? And seeing how, maybe the people, the situations that you find yourself in your life, are kind of connected to this kind of one moment in your life, or maybe one situation or experience, so that you can heal it and let it go. All right. But let's close this out with some dog wisdom for you. Right, some of you may have even like been bullied or like kind of like treated bad in childhood, and I feel like it's kind of time for you to kind of heal that and to kind of gain the wisdom from those experiences and see how they have shaped you into the amazing person that you are, and not kind of hold on to the pain or hold on to the hurt, but to let that go. Okay, so we have 3 here. Okay, so we have humility, bow down, loss, allow yourself to grieve, and protection, put up your guard. So I feel like a lot of you here are kind of guarded. You may even kind of like shy away from people or situations, right? And I feel like it's because there are some things that you're dealing with emotionally that you haven't like allowed yourself to feel, haven't allowed yourself to process. And you may be kind of, I don't want to say acting out, but, you may be moving out of like a hurt space. And in order to kind of get things moving in the right direction, you're going to need to, allow yourself to feel those feelings and to kind of let them go. Right? Right. Don't shy away from the things that, have hurt you. Spend some time looking at those and trusting that here you are protected now. You can, be your authentic self. You can be you. You don't have to be afraid of being hurt anymore. Right? Because in this kind of fear of being hurt, you're kind of attracting to you more experiences that are kind of similar. Right? And I kind of, sometimes we don't like hearing that, right? Oh, we're not attracting bad things. But in reality, you are attracted to, and you attract what you need at any given moment to grow, to expand, and to move beyond the space that you're currently in. So if you're in a space right now where you're hurt and you're kind of only focusing on the hurt, you may find yourself gravitating towards similar experiences, similar people, because it's like your soul's way of moving beyond this, right? It's almost like, okay, if I go here and I experience this again, maybe I can fix it. But it's kind of like needing to let go of, right? Let go of that first experience or experiences that kind of left you in this space, so that it's no longer holding you in this kind of Three of Swords energy, in this kind of Five of Pentacles energy. Okay, hopefully that made sense, but that's all I have for you, pile one. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments how it resonated. If you liked it, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you can see more videos like this one. I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. I'm gonna go ahead on to pile two. Okay, so for those of you who picked pile two, let's go ahead and see what's blocking you at this time. My goodness. My goodness. Hold on. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so with the world here, with the world here driving your energy here, especially with the Eight of Wands under it, right? I feel like you are currently in a space where you are kind of moving from one cycle in your life towards another one, right? With the Lover showing up, I feel like you do have an inkling about what, you know, where you want to go, what you want to do. Right? I feel like here with the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of options here. There's a lot of opportunities for you to kind of pursue. Be it in love, be it in life, whatever it may be. But I feel like you may be still kind of focusing on maybe something that you feel like you missed out on, maybe a missed opportunity, a missed relationship, something that you really wanted, but you kind of feel like you had to kind of let go of, right? But I feel like you're still holding on to it here, right? Although there are other opportunities, there are other things that you want to pursue, that you want to kind of get into. You haven't completely let go of something, right? And you may be having a hard time of letting it go. For some of you, you may be here kind of experiencing with this Four of Cups, maybe some depression or just, you know, some sad feelings, some grief here of having to let go of a certain situation or a certain person. I feel like, you know, you do want more love in your life. You do want, you know, new experiences. But I feel like with this Seven of Swords, you may not even be trusting your own kind of internal guidance, or trusting that there are better opportunities out there for you. I feel like you may kind of still be holding on to, you know, what you wanted in the past, or what you were trying to create for yourself, you know, be it But yeah, with this lover showing up, I feel like for most of you, it may be a relationship here that you haven't completely let go of, that is kind of still within your kind of energetic field, so to speak. Even like emotionally, right? You may have kind of let it go, or maybe in the process here of letting it go in the physical world, right? But I feel like emotionally you may still be kind of caught up on maybe one person or one situation in particular, and because of that, you know, it's kind of stopping you from pursuing other things. All right, and I feel like here with this Tower, some of you may even have like this fear associated with kind of letting this person or this path or this whatever it may be for you, letting it go, right? You may have some fear surrounding it. You may feel like, you know, that was the best option for you, or that was the only thing that could have worked out for you, right? Like you still wanted, but you realize, you know, that you have to let it go, but you may still be holding on to it. Does that make sense? I hope this is making sense. And I feel like, you know, if this is a relationship, you know, for some of you, I do feel like for a lot of you, it may be a relationship here. This relationship really, I feel, was one that kind of changed you and your life in like a major way, especially with this Tower showing up, right? I feel like it even kind of opened your eyes to greater possibilities, or even like a seeing yourself in a new way, or experiencing life in a new way. And because of that, you may have a hard time of seeing or even pursuing these opportunities without this person, or without this thing that it is you're being called to kind of let go of, because you kind of feel like it's like so important to you, or it has so much weight within your life and within your experience that it's kind of hard to let it go. Does that make sense? But let's go ahead here and get some messages, some spirit messages for those who pick pile 2. Right, and if this isn't a relationship, it could be like, you know, a life path. Maybe, you know, some of you may have kind of hit like a speed bump, like almost kind of like needing to, or feeling like you have to kind of change directions in your life, or change paths. Maybe, you know, you were wanting to kind of pursue another career path or goal in your life, but I feel like, you know, you may have kind of, if that is true, you may still be kind of holding on to like expectations that from the past. Does that make sense? I hope so. But oh, that is way too many. Hold on. Okay, so we have here dream talk, caregiver, love, and you are not alone. Okay, so Dream Talk reads, your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. Like some of you may even kind of like be dreaming of this person, maybe even kind of wanting to go back to this person, right? If you know, you do resonate with it being like a love connection here. that you haven't completely released. That I feel like it, it may have been very chaotic, this relationship, or just, very like life changing or altering. Then caregiver, we have, it says, we are with you in spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. There may even be, for some of you, it may be, it may not be a romantic partner. It may have been someone that you actually like lost, like a family member or somebody that you care about, that may have, passed on here. And you may be having a hard time of kind of seeing your life without that person. And if so, right, we do have, you are not alone. They're here with you, right? I feel like for those of you who resonate with that, they're showing up here in this reading and wanting to let you know that they're present, and how do I I'm sorry, let me get my words together. Woo. They're present, and they want you to know how much they appreciate the love and the care that you gave them, right? And some of them, they may even visit you in a dream coming up, or it may have happened recently, to show you, pass along that love to you, right? But they're wanting you to kind of release them and to let them go, right? For those of you who have recently lost someone that you love or care about. Okay, and then we have here love. Love is the foundation of your existence, and you're just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. Okay, and you are not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all of the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, the message here is like, it's very much time for you to kind of really focus on accepting love, receiving love from new places, right? In new ways. For those of you who may have lost a loved one, right, they're still present, and they want you to know that they are there for you, and that the love that you shared with them and that you give to them while they were alive, but also while they passed over, is appreciated and reciprocated, right? They're still giving you love, but when you're in a sad space, it's kind of hard for you to feel that connection or to feel them present with you. So they want you to kind of release that sadness and move into a space of receptivity, of being open to receiving love in a new way. Be open to connecting to this person that has passed over in a new way, right? For those of you who this may be like a romantic relationship, that you may still be having a hard time of releasing, right? You may have even you may be dreaming of this person, you may be wanting to reconnect with this person, but the message here is like very much, to not feel like you have to have a person or have this specific person in your life to receive the love that it is that you want, right? The love is all around you. It's just up to you to kind of connect to it and be open to receiving it in new ways. Okay, but let's close this out with your dog wisdom here. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, those two. So we have creativity, play your own song, and forgiveness, set yourself free. Yeah, I feel like, with this forgiveness, right, it goes kind of well with kind of releasing, with letting go, right? I feel like sometimes it can be hard to kind of accept change or accept the end or the closing of chapters, But it's all about here, kind of like, as it says, kind of setting yourself free, of knowing that just because things didn't work out the way that you wanted to or hoped them to, just because things change and people leave our lives, or even kind of maybe even hurt us, be it by, you know, their actions or by exiting our lives in one way or another, right? It's kind of here with this forgiveness of allowing it to be what it is, right? But also like kind of giving flowers, right? For some of you who may have recently lost a loved one, right? You may have been giving them flowers or giving them love, and I feel like they really want you to know that they, you know, that they accept it and they appreciate it. But also with people who you know, you just may have kind of closed out one chapter in your life, or maybe moved away from one person in particular, right? That experience, just because it didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to, doesn't mean that it was like worth nothing, or that your feelings aren't important. You get what I'm saying? It's just kind of needing to accept how things are, to allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, but to also be open to kind of experiencing new feelings and experiencing love in new ways, being open and kind of putting yourself out there in a new way, accepting love from different sources. You get what I'm saying? And allowing yourself to experience life, right? Because if you're still holding on to something, right, that is kind of no longer present, or just isn't present in the way that you knew it to be, right? Because, you know, energy is, you can't kill nothing, you know what I'm saying? But listen, let me get back to the point here. You kind of have to set yourself free by allowing what has transpired to be, to accept it, and to allow yourself to feel what it is that you're feeling, but to not allow those feelings to prevent you from moving forward, prevent you from experiencing joy and love and happiness. You get what I'm saying? With this creativity here, I feel like, you know, it may be time for you to kind of sing a new song, right? You may have been feeling kind of sad, feeling a bit lonely, and it's kind of time to invite more joy and more happiness and love into your life. But it starts with kind of letting go of the sadness and connecting to more happier, more lively feelings. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. But that's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope this reading helped you in some way. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments how it resonated. If you liked it, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you can see more videos like this one. I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. I'm going to head on to pile 3. So, if you picked pile 3 or deck 3, right, let's go ahead and see what's blocking you at this here time. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck here, we do have the devil showing up. Okay. Right, for some of you with this devil showing up, right, there may be some like addictions here, right? Addictions, right? Amen. Hey, you know, it just means, you know, something that you're kind of relying on to, I feel, kind of get out of this Five of Cups energy. Some of you may be experiencing some sadness or disappointment here at this time. And you may be kind of going to maybe, you know, alcohol or drugs or food or sex, whatever it may be, to kind of quell your pain or to ease your pain. And I feel like here you may be aware of this. You may be aware that it's kind of blocking you and stopping you from, I feel, kind of growing and moving forward. And you kind of want healing. You want to move forward. You want to kind of, I feel, pursue your dreams, your goals. But you may be kind of falling into bad habits here. Yeah, I feel like for some of you here, if you are kind of resonating with this, I feel you may be falling into these traps or into these bad habits because you may kind of question or maybe even kind of doubt your own ability to move beyond or to expand, to grow, to kind of become all it is that you desire to become. And because of that, you kind of fall back into, you know, maybe negative thinking or maybe negative habits that kind of keep you kind of stuck and stagnant. Right, and I feel like with this Four of Coins, you may be like holding on to, you know, your doubts or your fears, and kind of letting them rule you in some ways, and determine kind of like which steps you take, with which, you know, things you do, which thoughts, or even maybe even people you kind of associate with, or things you know, you give your attention or your energy to. But I feel like at the root of this is this kind of, this Five of Cups, this sadness, this disappointment, right? You may be kind of focusing on maybe fears or just kind of feeling like you can't break free of something. And I feel like it kind of stems from negative thoughts about yourself or negative beliefs about yourself that kind of keep you in this kind of cycle of, you know, I want this thing and I'm going to do this thing, but, oh no, I can't do this thing, right? That kind of thing. Right? I feel like it's kind of a need to kind of understand yourself on a deeper level, to be more aware of your kind of emotional needs, what's going on with you emotionally and how it's kind of playing out in your physical world, so that you can gain more control of the situation, or gain more control of your habits or your thought patterns, right? To be more aware of your feelings. So when that feeling comes up, you know, that trigger that kind of triggers you into kind of feeling a certain way about yourself or a certain way about a situation, so that you can course correct. You get what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get some spirit messages for pile 3. Excuse me. Kind of like, what makes you feel kind of hopeless or lost? When those kind of feelings come up, you know, be aware of them. Ooh. Okay. So we have here, just ask. There are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance. Then we have serenity. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. Then we have believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. And then we have ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. And then we have choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. Right? Yeah, I feel like for some of you, it may be, you know, like you're falling into kind of bad habits here. And you may be kind of, maybe even like wanting help or wanting a way to kind of break out of this habit, whatever it may be, whatever habit it may be. You know, it's different for everyone. But I feel like here it kind of starts with you kind of believing in your ability to kind of choose differently, right? I feel like you may be kind of, you know, just kind of being like, oh, it is what it is. I'm gonna just, you know, I can't change nothing, like that kind of energy. And I feel like here with this ancestral wisdom, if you know, you may actually have like maybe, you know, like a hard addiction maybe, or just even a small one, right? Be it, you know, overeating or over exercising, overworking, whatever it may be. I feel like it's something that was kind of passed along. Maybe even something that you saw like your family members or your ancestors while they were alive doing, or even just something that was kind of passed along from generation to generation that you kind of picked up. But I feel like here your ancestors are saying, you know, that they walk with you and that they provide you guidance about, you know, the choices that you're making. It's just, you know, about you taking it, accepting it, and having faith in yourself to kind of course correct and not to kind of fall into bad habits or negative beliefs about yourself, right? Let's go ahead and get your dog wisdom here. So we have fear here. Yeah, I feel like, some of you, it may be, mainly kind of like negative thoughts about yourself, or like fears or insecurities that kind of make you feel like you can't change, or you can't have better or be better. That is way too many. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got one more. So we have celebration, acknowledge your victories. Protection, put up your guard. Breakthrough, be bold. And surrender, let it go. Yeah, with this celebration here, it's like it's time for you to, celebrate your victories, acknowledge your victories, as it says, right? Acknowledge the things that you have done well, that you have exceeded in. And to kind of not focus so heavily on all of the things that you're doing wrong, right? I feel like here with the surrender, let it go, right? I feel like if it's something here with this 4 of coins that you're holding on to, or that you're kind of afraid will kind of fall apart, or just kind of go into disarray maybe, right? It's kind of time for you to kind of let that go, and to kind of open up to moving in a new way, to experiencing life in a new way. And with this protection, kind of putting up your guard in a positive way, kind of closing, like disconnecting yourself from people, places, and things that are no longer working for you, right? I feel like here with this celebration, and also with the 6 of Wands, you've kind of reached a level of maturity where you kind of understand yourself a little bit better. You kind of understand where it is you're going a little bit better. You may still kind of have your own kind of like fears or insecurity showing up, but at the same time, you've grown, you've learned, you've accomplished things, and it's time for you to realize that and accept that. And with that comes knowledge. With learning and growing comes knowledge, and that knowledge is of self and of what is good for you and what isn't. And so with that comes a responsibility to disconnect yourself from people, places, and things that are no longer working for you, or that can no longer, or that can't, how do I say this? To disconnect from people, places, and things that you cannot take with you going forward. You get what I'm saying? You can't take everything with you. You can't take everybody with you. Okay? And I feel like you know what, or you have, gained knowledge about what works for you, who's there for you, who's working with you, and who and what is working against you. And it's kind of time for you to take the responsibility or the accountability and kind of close yourself off from those things, and to move into a space where you let go of what's not good for you, and you open up to more things that will be beneficial, be it habits, be it thoughts, be it people, places, situations, right? But it kind of starts first with acknowledging where you're doing well, disconnecting from the things and people that are kind of blocking your growth, letting them go, and kind of venturing out in a new way, and not being afraid of going back to that kind of old way. You get what I'm saying? But hopefully that made sense. Well, that's all I have for you, pile 3. Hopefully this reading helped you in some way. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments how it resonated. If you liked it, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. Peace out. I'm going to go on to pile 4. So for those of you who picked pile 4, let's go ahead and see what's blocking you at this time. Okay. So bottom of the deck here we have the Hierophant. So I feel like here, some of you may be kind of emotional at this time, right? You may be kind of running off of your emotions. You may not be being very practical, right? And you may also be kind of closed off to advice or assistance, even from outside of yourself. I feel like here with this Tower showing up, yeah, you may be kind of getting triggered here by people, situations, right? I feel like you may, with this Nine of Pentacles, you may have like you may have some insecurity showing up that you may not have completely processed or come to terms with. And when you kind of run into a trigger, be it a situation or a person that kind of reflects your own kind of insecurities back to you, be it through their actions, their words, it kind of sets you off. But also I kind of feel like there may be a desire for, like, on your end, for things to go a certain way. And when they don't, you kind of close up, or kind of close your ears, that kind of thing. To people, I feel, expressing things to you about yourself or about your actions that very well may need to be changed. But you may be kind of like not wanting to listen because, you're kind of stubborn, or you've kind of made up your mind about who you are, where you're going, what you're doing, and you don't want anyone to kind of tell you any different. All right, but I feel like here with this Nine of Pentacles, you may have very high standards for yourself, or even for other people. And when I feel like you don't meet your own standards, or when you don't feel like you're doing as well as you want to be doing, or moving as fast as you want to be moving, you may have a hard time receiving constructive criticism because you are kind of very emotional. I feel like you haven't learned how to detach your emotions from, like, your decision making, or how I say it, like, your emotions may kind of spill out into all areas of your life. Does that make sense? Like, let me try and like use an example here. Like, say, I don't know, like say you feel like there needs to be a change in your life, right? Say you want to buy some shoes, right? Because your shoes are really old and kind of dirty, yada yada, right? And somebody, say like your mom, comes to you and is like, oh my gosh, your shoes are so dirty, like you should buy some new ones. You might snap out because it's like, hey, I know that already. You ain't got to tell me, right? I feel like you may kind of get to a point where you kind of see or experience, you know, people coming to you and telling you things about what needs to be changed as like an attack. Does that make sense? Like, you kind of feel like you're being attacked when someone, quote unquote, tells you about yourself or tells you something that needs to be changed. And so you may put up defenses or walls when, you know, someone kind of tells you something or something happens, so to speak, that already shows you what you were already aware of. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not making sense. I feel like I'm not making sense. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me try and make it make sense. I kind of feel like here with this Emperor, you may have like a very, or you may want to just kind of you may want things to appear, you just kind of want things to, yeah, I kind of feel like you may want to kind of appear like you have everything together, although kind of internally you may be feeling very much out of control. So in order to kind of keep control, you may put up guards, or, you know, distance yourself from people, or not listen to advice, or, you know, close yourself off from even, you know, receiving advice from people, because you're kind of sensitive at this time. Does that make sense? And because you're so sensitive, you may take constructive criticism or advice as an attack, because you're being triggered by the external world, by, you know, what people are doing, what people are saying about you or about your situation, right? I feel like it's kind of a need to kind of disconnect from your emotions here when it comes to making decisions for yourself or communicating as well with other people, right? Not reacting or speaking out of an emotional space, so to speak, or even closing yourself off from your own emotions, because when you do that, they have, you know, they tend to kind of come out in bursts in ways that are uncontrollable because you haven't given yourself the space and the time you need to kind of process what you're feeling. So when something comes in that kind of disrupts your stability, you know, it could be small, quote unquote small, but to you it's big because it's bringing up stuff that you haven't completely healed or given the attention and the time that you need to process and to heal, right? So it may be beneficial for you here to, you know, with this Hierophant, maybe speak to someone, be it a counselor, about, I feel, you know, some emotional wounds that you still may be carrying from past experiences. Otherwise, they may continue to kind of block you here and make it hard for you, right? Because I feel like it's going to, until you give yourself the time and the space to kind of heal these wounds, to heal these hurts that you've experienced, you're going to continue to be triggered, right? And I feel like here with this Nine of Pentacles, you may, you know, kind of keep externally you may kind of appear as if everything is okay, but internally you have a lot going on. And until you kind of give yourself the time and the space to process these feelings, these emotions, these hurts, these pains, and to kind of grow from them and learn from them, right? And get to the space where you can healthily detach from them, they're going to kind of continue to show up. I hope that makes sense. But let's go ahead and get your spirit messages here. Right, and it may be in connection to here with this Emperor. Excuse me, it may be you may be dealing with maybe even like some abandonment issues, or even just some traumas that kind of connect to maybe a father figure or a mother figure here, right? I feel like it's connected to, it could be very much connected to childhood, or just something that you experienced as you were growing up. Some of you, it may have happened, you know, these experiences or these traumas may have occurred later on in life, but for some of you it may have been something that goes back to your childhood, or goes back to your upbringing here. But let's get your spirit messages. Oh, okay, all right. So we have choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. Then we have here light in reverse. So I feel like this is important here. Imagine yourself as being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how vibrant you truly are. Okay, then we have cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take out some time, some much needed time for cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Okay, and then we have fun. Stop. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly? something totally unlike you, something just for the joy of it. It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. And then we have You Are Not Alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. Yeah. Like I was saying, I feel like some of you, this may kind of connect to your childhood. It may be, beneficial for you to maybe, speak to a counselor or to do some kind of inner child healing. So that you can, connect to your inner peace, your inner happiness, your inner light here, right? Because I feel like there may still be some emotional traumas that may still be weighing heavily on you. That may even make you feel kind of alone, right? For some of you, you may have experienced maybe some abandonment or just some mistreatment growing up. And that's still weighing on you and making it hard for you to experience all of the good things in life. But I feel like here with choice is showing up, right? It's kind of time for you to decide whether or not this continues, whether or not you kind of continue carrying these hurts, these pains with you going forward, or you kind of choose to, move in a new direction and to kind of let some things go, to heal some things, to cleanse some things, and to be open to experiencing more happiness and more joy in your life and not so much darkness. You get what I'm saying? Well, let's go ahead and get your dog wisdom, and then we're gonna close this out. Yeah, victimhood. Take responsibility. Okay, so yeah, I feel like, you may be still kind of focusing on, the pain, the hurt that people may have caused you. And it's kind of time to take your power back and to not allow, past experiences or past hurts to kind of continue into the future by way of you holding on to them, or keeping them within your being, right? It's kind of time for you to kind of release some things. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have accountability. Clean up your mess. All right, and then we have instinct. Trust your intuition. Success. Honor your gifts. Breakthrough. Be bold. Expression. Speak your truth. Significance. You be you. And balance. Steady as she goes. Yeah, I feel like some of you may have a hard time kind of expressing what's going on with you emotionally. Right? So you may kind of keep your emotions or your feelings bottled up here. And it's kind of time for you to kind of get into more of a balance of expressing your feelings in a healthier way, and not allowing your feelings to kind of overwhelm you or to cause you to self-destruct, right? I heard that line from Kendrick Lamar. So right, with the significance, right, I feel like you may even experience people kind of comparing you to other people, or kind of saying, oh, you should be more like this or you should be more like that, and it kind of makes you feel like you can't be yourself here. But it's kind of time for you to get back to being, who you truly are, and not kind of feeling like you have to change yourself in order to be accepted, or in order to, receive love, right? I feel like some of you may feel that way, where you feel like you have to change or be different in order for someone to love you, or you have to be a certain way, or do a certain thing, or act a certain way in order to receive love. And it's time for you to kind of allow yourself to be who you are, right? And that kind of starts with allowing yourself to feel what it is that you're feeling, to accept your feelings, right? To validate your own feelings and not feel like other people need to validate them. To spend some time connecting with your own kind of emotions, healing on yourself, loving on yourself, so that, when you're around other people, their feelings or what they say don't have so much weight. You get what I'm saying? They don't control you so much, right? They don't get you to react a certain way, or they don't get you to feel a certain way, because you are balanced within yourself. You know who you are, you know your feelings, you know what's going on with you. And when you kind of go out with other people, or you connect with other people, you feel like you can trust yourself. You feel like you can be yourself, and you don't have to kind of put other people's emotions or feelings before your own, or to kind of suppress or push down what you're feeling to make space for other people. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you're spending some time connecting with your emotions, validating your emotions, allowing yourself to feel what it is that you're feeling, and not kind of shaming yourself for feeling a certain way. Just allow yourself to feel, right? I feel like, this pile may have a hard time kind of feeling. And I feel like it's because you've kind of disconnected yourself from your emotions, in an attempt to kind of preserve yourself, or to, to kind of protect yourself as well. But I feel like, that's kind of blocking you now, right? I feel like it was beneficial for some time, right? In helping you to get through, past experiences, maybe even past traumas, but it's kind of come to a point where it's kind of blocking you now. So it's time for you to learn how to be more aware of yourself, to be more aware of what you're feeling, and to not allow other people's energies and feelings and words to affect you in such a strong way. Okay? Right? But with the Hierophant, it may be beneficial to talk with somebody here, to connect with someone, right? Maybe, a counselor or a therapist, maybe even, like a mentor even, or just a friend, right? Who you feel comfortable with, who you feel you can express yourself with, and to, work on, allowing yourself to be, allowing yourself to feel, and allowing yourself to heal, what you've experienced, so that it doesn't weigh on you so heavily. Okay? But that's all I have for you, Pile 4. I hope this reading helped you in some way. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments how it resonated. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you can see more videos like this one. I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. Peace out.